Intimacy is deep, deeper than bodies colliding, voices intertwining in moans, groans, symphonies honed by passion.
Intimacy is more than bodies colliding, voices intertwining in moans. Basically, intimacy is not just sex. True intimacy is a joining of souls when you can find, I don't want to be cliche and say your soulmate per se, but somebody who you connect with on deeper than a physical level. And it's important because really and truly, slapping skin is just, you could have sex and just move on. But when you find somebody who you connect with, right, it is beautiful, right? And that person usually helps you find that you grow as a person because you have connected with the person that you're connected with. It's not just, oh, I had sex with this person and then we're gone. Even if it was a good, or even if you got an orgasm or whatever the case is, it's not just that. It's more than that. It's deeper than that. That's why I say it's physical, it's mental, it's spiritual. That's what intimacy is to me.
Deeper than the sweat, dripping off upper lip as we sip the ambrosia of each other's desires. Deeper than the fires lit deep within our gut as we connect as one flesh.
Temptation is always out there, really. I mean, you can say, I will be faithful, and then this hot girl passes and you're like, okay, let me think about that for 5 minutes. And then you have to remind yourself, oh, I'm being real honest. I got to remind myself, I need to be faithful right now. So yeah, it's hard. So you always have to work on it, honestly. Even if you found that person that you're connected with, sometimes there's people that you find, although, that you find that you're drawn to anyhow. So it's always a constant battle. Yeah, so you need to be faithful, honestly. But it's not something that you can just say, all right, I'm faithful today and that's it. It's a constant thing.
Our love is more than physical. It's mental, emotional, spiritual. Our connection's almost too deep to mention out loud. Release into the cloud. Too sacred to let loose into the air. Well, almost. Because I want to express what you mean to me. Our connection, more than my erection as I gaze at your perfection.
Honestly, abstinence is the best way to, you 100% safe, just saying, right? In fact, I was celibate for 23 years before getting married, right? So it can be done, right? I'm not saying it was easy. It wasn't easy at all. Yeah, but it can be done, and therefore, I as much as I am the king of hearts, I've been dubbed as well the passion poet, and I deal a lot in sensual images in my poetry. I also know that abstinence is important. Under a certain age, for example, is illegal to solicit or to get somebody pregnant, to have sex with somebody under a certain age and stuff like that. So you have to really be careful, especially since the girls nowadays look like 21 and they're end up being 12. Yeah, so it is something, again, that is really necessary. Abstinence first, for sure. Being faithful and condomize. I mean, HIV is always out there. You want to be faithful, but who knows? You being faithful, I can't even say, well, you're in a committed relationship, because sometimes you can't be sure, right? But at the same time, those three are extremely important.
I gaze at your perfection. I pour a libation from your hips into longing, eager lips. And as we join together, two bodies molded forever into one soul, I realize, finally, that our intimacy heals completely, and we, once broken, become whole.
I'll go out to the traditional, I think, and I'll say, listen, right, be there. As in terms of these, getting rid of the stigma, when I was at community college, I remember this couple came into the auditorium while my friends and I were in there doing some stuff. We were worshiping and stuff at that point in time. It was like a Christian fellowship of the group, that kind of thing. And this couple came in, you know, and they said, we are homeless. We are, because basically the same thing, we're out of a job, all that, because we both have AIDS. I'm sorry to say that even in that Christian group, there was that, we can't touch them. And I was one of the couple of people who was not like that, because I've been educated like that. So, we were able to hold their hand, give them encouragement. All I'm saying is those people, people living with HIV and AIDS have to deal with a lot of discrimination, even in this day and age. And to have somebody stop and say, you know what, I can't understand because I'm not going through it, but I can listen. I believe that will go a long way. I really do, because a lot of people have that negative connotation, even people you didn't think would have it. And the people who are going through those kinds of discrimination, it isn't easy. It isn't easy. I am not HIV positive or anything like that, but I also know what it is to be discriminated against, because of people look at your face and they immediately have views on you. Everybody does that. So I know, my girlfriend and I were working through issues in my own life where I felt discriminated against on a lot of different levels. So I really empathize with anybody who's discriminated against. And so that's why my answer to that question is, listen, be as much of a friend as you can be honest, be truthful, be, genuine. Those people, we all really need to hear, to have that kind of genuine authenticity. And somebody that I can say, I can listen to this person.